Guys, I figured something out. Screwdrivers work way too well.
Fuck.
You see, nowadays most products are overly complicated, so the company selling it can charge more for something that breaks quicker. For example, why does a coffee machine need internet access? I don't really know, but I do know that it's pretty unnecessary. The coffee, it's disgusting. But screwdrivers don't have that issue, they're not disgusting. They also don't have the complexity problem, just good old steel made in Yugoslavia. This one is actually significantly older than me and it still works great. But in this economy, that's a bad thing. We gotta increase profits after all. And how can you make more money if people don't constantly need to replace broken stuff?
But don't worry guys, I'm here to fix that for you.
So I'm going to improve the screwdriver by making it more complicated, less reliable and way cooler.
So I think what I have to do is pretty obvious. Today you will witness the invention of the Switchblade Screwdriver. And before you say that's a terrible idea, it's
Unfortunately, I have no idea how to build that, but according to Holladweiler on a Talkblade forum, there are little gnomes inside that push the blade out. And he does look like a Switchblade expert, so I believe him. It turns out that the gnomes at the local cave are extremely greedy and want 3 gold, which is an insane price for a week of service. So now I have to come up with my own design. Nah, I'm just joking. I'm stealing it from this guy. Shout out to Teddy. This is a prototype. It is supposed to look like ass. The design quality will increase significantly. Just keep that in mind.
okay, attempt number 2. I got a lid now, so let's see. Oh, that's good. That's crispy.
I also replaced the top with plexiglass so you can see what's happening inside. So the white thing is supposed to be the screwdriver and the 2 black things at the bottom hold the screwdriver in place. When you push the button forwards or backwards, it stretches the spring. And as soon as it reaches the end point, the black parts at the bottom will release the screwdriver and enable it to shoot forwards. At the end point at the top, the other black part will engage and lock it into place and the whole thing can start anew.
So I spent about 2 hours trying to improve the design to make it look somewhat like a screwdriver. And you know what I came up with? Yep, I rounded the edges. Listen, I never said I was a good designer, but that's bad. But the thing is, everything I tried just made it look even worse. So I guess if you don't like it, go complain to the design team.
But you know how it is nowadays. You round all the edges, make it vibrate, sell it to women. Wait, sorry, wrong video. Then I printed the part, sorry for the shaky camera. I just hit a family of 4 with my car. I had to outrun the police and now the adrenaline is wearing off. Anyway, I put in a coat of primer and then added a few layers of black paint. Feast your eyes on how good it looks because, little spoiler, it will get worse.
This has to be one of the worst spray paints I've ever used in my entire life. Like, this is about 1.5 months old and it isn't dry. If I sit it down like this and wait for a day, it will get stuck to the table.
But there's nothing I can change about that now, so I decided to test the screwdriver anyway. But then I noticed that I forgot something essential. The screwdriver.
I've been thinking on how to grind a screwdriver shape on the top of my screwdriver here. When I had a revelation, I really don't need to. I can just grab a screwdriver bit, cut it off and weld it on top here. I decided to use a flathead screwdriver for the simple reason of flatheads being extremely versatile. You can use them as a flathead, you can use them as a pry bar, you can use them as a pokey thing, and you can use them as a pry bar. Fellas, are you ready to see the shaft? Oh yeah. I taped some welding glass to the front of my camera. This is my old camera, it's broken anyway, it doesn't record sound anymore. It's an experiment, I want to see if I can film myself welding with this. Anyway, we'll see if it works or not.
This would definitely fall under the or not category. It might have worked with a low ISO, but then again you would be able to see my weld, so I guess it's better this way anyway. Now that I welded it, I just need to turn it down in my lathe. Unfortunately, the YouTube money does not finance a lathe yet, so I had to pull out the Classic. But it's called the Classic for a reason. It might take a very long time, it might burn your fingers, but the results are barely passable.
Dear It's done. That didn't work. Shit. Okay. Let's try this again. It doesn't lock into place. It doesn't...
And that doesn't really work. So I took the spring out of my dad's lawnmower. I really hope it wasn't important. Maybe it's just the mother with the ugly child effect that I spent too much time and effort on something to think that it's ugly, but I really do like the look now. And the best thing about it is, since it's the only Switchblade screwdriver, it's also the best looking one.
I can't fucking move it because my hands are all looped up. Fuck. Okay, I've gotta wash my hands, shit. Does it work if I shoot it upwards? It does. Fuck yeah. That's cool. God damn.
You can use them as a flathead, you can use them as a pry bar, you can use them as a pokey thing, and you can use them as a pry bar.
Now that it passed all of the tests, I can confirm that this is indeed a screwdriver. I realize I never showed it actually driving in a screw, but that's because I don't use screwdrivers for that either. There is a reason God gave us the air impact and a bit attachment.
I also tested some other things I normally do with screwdrivers. I stabbed this wasp nest, then I stabbed this odd looking wasp nest right beside the other one. This one is made from dirt. My theory is that the different wasp races started a race war, which ended up killing both of them. Here is an old water jug. Yeah, it does that. Yeah, and I don't think I'm going to try that. Yeah, no. Thanks for watching.
Was soll die Scheiße?